Hey guys, what's going on? DuffKing56 here. I ain't introducing no LP today. This is actually the first time in a very long time that I've sort of come out and I want to address everybody formally as me and not somebody who's doing the Let's Play, because it's been a long time. It's been over a year, maybe 2 years that this hiatus has lasted. I wanted to get up and running a little bit and post more before I came on and made announcements and talked about things and discussed things, because one of my problems, and I think a lot of people also have this problem, is that they sit before they've done anything and they say, I'm gonna do this, yeah, I'm gonna be really productive and I'm gonna be enterprising and I'm gonna do all these things. Well, it's been shown that just thinking about doing these things and saying to somebody else that you're going to do these things, and this is seen most when people are working out or want to work out, they want to live healthier, just by going to your friend and saying, you know, I'm going to eat healthy today and I'm going to run for an hour outside. Well, there's a small release of endorphins and then you probably feel satisfied enough where you don't really need to go the extra mile and do things. So I wanted to just start back up cold turkey and deal with what I had to deal with before I got into talking about my channel and talking about future plans, especially because there's a lot of things that are still up in the air. So don't sleep on me. I don't even know if that's the correct term to use here, but don't have highfalutin expectations about consistency for now until things sort of iron out and my future is a little bit more clear. And not to get too personal, but I'm still trying to figure things out about what I want to do post-graduate career, because I have, since this hiatus, I've graduated. I have my bachelor's degree in biology, currently getting a master's degree in cancer biology. Basically, I'm doing research right now and I'm sort of trying to take steps to see what's going on after that. So there's a lot of things that I have to make decisions about, and some of the things in the future might not be so clear. That being said, I haven't even introduced what's going on the screen right now, and this is an oldie actually. It's NHL13. I was just playing a little bit of Be a Pro mode because I don't have any of the new stuff as far as updated games go. I do have a PS4, so I plan on picking up the newest NHL iteration when it comes out, NHL13. Play a little bit of that, maybe do a little YouTube on that. But I was just playing some Be a Pro mode, and I'm trying to play with this 16-year-old, I think I made him. I made him the youngest possible age, and I wanted to have such an amazing season where I actually stymie Connor McDavid's chances of getting picked #1 in the draft. So, Edmonton Oilers fans, watch out, because Daniel Coco is coming for you in this fantasy world. So, I don't know why. I put him on the Erie Otters just so that I could screw over Connor McDavid. I thought it would be kind of funny in a sort of fantastical roleplay sort of way, since I am a huge Sabres fan and we lost the lottery that year, so we didn't get to draft Connor McDavid. We drafted Jack Eichel, which is by no means a bad thing, but it'd be kind of funny to ruin his chances at the #1 pick. So, you know, I'm kind of weird like that, but that's okay. But anyways, that's not the point of what I wanted to talk about today. I wanted to just do some freeform conversation about my channel, just talk a little bit about what's going on, my plans, and what I've done so far. Especially since a lot of people might not look at their sub boxes, and a lot of people might not even get notifications from me anymore, especially the people who have been around forever. I know some of you personally that I know that I've interacted with since the beginning or close to the beginning. They just follow me on Twitter, and when I post videos, that's how they get their updates from me. I personally think the YouTube sub box is horrible, and the fact that it doesn't default to subscriptions but instead to the trending tab is really annoying for YouTubers, but I'm not really here to complain because I have nothing to complain about. I'm actually just loving life and doing Let's Plays and enjoying that as I go. However, that being said, it's been very interesting since I've started back up dealing with some of the things that sort of I left to the wayside when I just took a break and did other things, got into other games, made life choices, and just sort of lived and didn't really do any video production. But that being said, you know, I couldn't believe that I hit the million view mark in the middle of a hiatus, and I'm already at like 1.3 million views, which is kind of crazy. I'm still around the 3,000 sub mark. Well, let me click in pull up the page here. Oh my god, 3848, we're almost at 4K, isn't that crazy? When I started this, I had no idea that things might go the way they went, and it was amazing that I garnered a following at one point where I was getting like 50 to 100 views a day on new videos, which is kind of cool. But you know what, I like the small community that may or may not comment, but they watch the videos, and whether or not they're returning people or new people, it's kind of cool to see that when I still throw things up on the Void, people are interested enough to click on them. Now, whether that be my search engine optimization or people actually being interested in what my channel has to offer remains to be seen, because I haven't looked at the analytics in a while, but I'm not really here to make a professional career out of YouTube. This is something I've always done for fun, and this is something that I have fun doing. It's actually rather cathartic in a way, posting videos all the time, and it's almost therapeutic. I'm not the happiest person in the world sometimes. Like, we all have our down periods, you know, but YouTube was always something that I could come back to and talk about and do, and it was something that I could talk to other people about, and they were actually rather, you know, interested in some of the stuff that I did. Whether or not they'd be interested in watching it, it's one thing or another, but they're like, wow, that's like really cool, you put a lot of time into that. And now that I think about it, with like almost 1,300 uploads on this channel, which will be more, because I'm like weeks ahead in my recordings, which is something that's never happened before, I will have more. So I think that's really cool, and I don't know, I'm sort of rambling at this point about the state of the channel and stuff like that, but now that I'm over the sub bleed, I'm sort of picking up subscribers as I go at a steady rate, and the views and the watch time's gone up quite a bit, which is kind of cool as well. But enough with the logistics talk. Let's actually talk about some of the things that I've done since I've come back that you may or may not be aware of. For one thing, I have 2 Let's Plays going right now, and I've actually technically finished 2. I have Yakuza 0 going on right now, which is going to be a long, full feature game Let's Play. Not 100%, but quite a bit of the story will be shown, as well as side stuff. And that's really good. It's going good so far. It's in the mid-50s right now, which I'm really happy about. I'm really enjoying the game. It's been a lot of fun, and it was a really nice game to come back to, because the story switches from serious gameplay to comedic side things all the time, which I'm really enamored with. I've really fallen in love with the game. Now, on top of that, we also have Nier Automata, and that was a game that I was looking forward to. It was a game that I passively followed ever since it was teased at either E3 or some Japanese GDC or whatever the hell. But I played the original, I really enjoyed that, and that is going well so far too. I'm about 10 to 15 episodes in, which is really nice. I don't know why I'm not using the exact number of episodes, because I'm literally looking at it right now. I believe I'm going to be on episode 15 tomorrow. But anyways, I've really enjoyed that game as well, and I plan to play that game through all of the endings that are canon, as well as any side endings that I pick up and feel like showing on the way. So I'm not sure whether or not it's going to be 100% Let's Play or not, but I'm really having fun with the game right now. I'm still sort of getting used to different game mechanics, like weapons and upgrading and chipsets and stuff like that, pod programs, but like I said, I've been having a lot of fun, and that's really all that I care about, right? That's one of the main things that I try to get across when I make videos, is I want to communicate and share how much fun I have when I play video games. And that was the main reason why I started as well, was because I grew up when I was younger in high school watching Call of Duty commentators, and I used to love when they talk about what they were doing in the game and what weapons they were using and their strategies, and you could hear that it was something fun for them back before this was a heavily monetizable business that you could make your living off of. But either way, like I said, that it really sort of jump-started me to get into things here, and on top of that, I really liked playing Rock Band too, so I posted like a bunch of Rock Band videos when I first started, and people seemed to be interested in those, at least my close friends, because they're like, wow, you're like a really good drummer, but you probably should, like, you know, not be a geek and post things on YouTube like that. But that's okay, you know, I had fun doing that, and I still have fun making videos, like I said, so I'm going to continue doing it. Fuck them, because they ain't got shit on me, because I don't even talk to anybody from high school anymore, except for a few people. Probably actually talked to more people I knew from middle school than I know in high school, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, right? On top of that, let's talk about the Let's Plays that I finished, and I'll throw all the playlists of these in the description if you're interested in checking it out. I don't know if I'm going to make this like a new channel trailer. I might just spend some time making one of those in the future. But I have finished 2 so far, the Owlboy Let's Play. And that was a really fun PC game that I was interested in from an art standpoint and from a casual, sort of laid-back Let's Play standpoint. It was kind of like a platformer puzzler type game where it wasn't really difficult, but I had a lot of fun playing it because it was something I could relax with, and it told a really good story. So it was one of those games that I always recorded later at night. I had my pajama pants on, and I was just sort of hanging out and chilling, and that's, you know, what I do all the time in Discord with my friends. When I'm just talking to them, just chilling out and playing games. So, you know, I just like to keep the flow going in that regard and sort of try to keep the status quo. I never really was one for playing a character, whereas, you know, some people, they definitely sort of play up their personalities, but I think insofar as mine, I at least try to communicate my personality. The only thing is I sound a little bit more self-aware of the things that I say and do. But anybody who sat next to me while I played games and gotten excited know that I sound pretty much exactly the same as I do when I'm pretty hyped up for the Let's Plays. You know, obviously I don't talk to myself to that degree when I'm playing games, so that's always going to be different, right? You're always going to emote differently when you have to talk about your feelings on a more deep level than just your original reaction, right? But anyways, as to the second game that I finished, quote-unquote, and this one is a little bit more of a technicality, was Long Live the Queen. It was a little relaxing experimental game that I wanted to play and try to get good at, and just sort of try a more text-based, visual novel-based games, because there are some games that I wanted to try in the future that were more like that, and games that I wanted to do more justice to. So I wanted to have more of a dry run practice, but I thought I could also share a fun experience, which was Long Live the Queen. Now, not really spoiling anything since the Let's Play is not correlative of a full-length Let's Play of somebody who's actually beat the game, but my queen died in the end of my Let's Play. Spoilers. But I decided, I'm still trying to figure out if I want to go back to it, and maybe I will. I had 2 options in that regard. I could go back and play more, or I could just post a little video of me talking about how I died, and it was going to be more of like a comedy video, even though I'm not really good at sort of comedy videos. But I thought it would be kind of funny just because it would be like a real life video. Anyways, yeah, so that was Long Live the Queen. It was more of an experimental, even though it actually got pretty good reception, and I'm really appreciative of the people that came out and commented on that all the time. I feel bad almost stopping it, but I also have to be real with myself and say I'd like to move on and do other things, especially since I wouldn't want to post repetitive gameplay of me just building her a different way, because it might not be so fun for people to watch, and I'd rather just have the people enjoy what they enjoy and then hopefully move on to my other things that they're interested in, where it's more fresh all the time, you know. So one of the games I was thinking of starting would be Racketeer, what's the epithet for that after the title? It's, oh my gosh. Where are ya? Oh, an Item Shop's Tale. Right. So that was the one I was thinking of starting next. Be kind of a cool PC game. I want to have like 2 blocks for consoles and then one for PC, because I have plenty of games on console I've wanted to cover for a long time. / emulator. And then PC games that I have in my Steam that I've always wanted to work through as well. So that's an option. Another option I was thinking of is Abduction. It was a game that was gifted to me and that I wanted to play by my friend Omar. And I thought it would be really cool to show that, to share my experiences with him in a more personal, intimate way, as well as other people who would be looking for a game like Abduction. So, I don't know, I sort of gravitate to games like that. I thought it would be kind of cool to share, but thoughts and comments are always appreciated, right? So feel free to let me know or whatever. I also have a LP that I'm currently stalled on that I do plan on finishing in the future, and it might actually be pretty quick if I just stay really focused to the story and not worry about completion elements, and that is Sleeping Dogs for the Xbox 360, and I do plan on finishing that as soon as I can. I just have other games that I'm more worried about recording because they're more recent and people have been watching them for a while. So I'm sort of stalled out in Sleeping Dogs, but I do plan on finishing that. It is a fun game. More like Yakuza than Nier Automata, of course. Just like an action street fighting game that sort of has GTA elements to it. But I really had fun with that, so I'd like to continue. I know I left you off at the wedding day, which is like a terrible cliffhanger to stall out a Let's Play with. But it's been sitting there for like a month and a half since I finished off posting exactly what I had. So, look forward to that in the future, if that's even something you would look forward to. But other than that, man, you know, future plans are all just sort of up in the air. I'd like to post some more mini-series type things where I have like, you know, stuff that I do on the weekends only, where it's like a single session that might be a longer type of video. Kind of like how YouTubers like The Northern Lion and Bear Taffy and Rockley Smile do, where it's like longer 1-hour sessions of roguelike type games where you can do a full run in a longer time and then post it one day, have a really long recurring series like that. I thought that would be kind of interesting to think about. But I'm not really sure how I want to work that in, because right now my current schedule is that I'm trying to post 3 videos a day at 1 p.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m. Eastern. And now that I am sort of taking this time after Long Live the Queen to think about what I want to do for my third game, I have like this option freed up. So I don't know if I want to do, you know, Sunday to Sunday 3 videos a day and then add 4 on the weekends, which is less likely, or I might do a Monday through Saturday 3 videos a day, take Sunday off, and then do my 1 session long games on Sunday. So that might be something to think about as well. If you want to have a hand in this content that I give, I will listen to all the feedback you have. Of course, that's not a guarantee that I will incorporate it, because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do, right? But it's always nice to hear what people's takes are, and it'd be nice to sort of tailor my content to what people are interested in, because since I'm an old man now, I'm 24, I don't know what the kids are liking these days. I can only see what popular YouTubers do and think about how I can integrate some of those elements into my channel if it fits with what my vision was originally, which is just a fun place to interact with, listen to me, and give what you think. At the same time, this wasn't something, like I said before, that I came out with, wanted to hit the ground running with and become famous with, because I knew that I wanted to be realistic and knew that probably wasn't going to happen. But I think I've garnered enough fame in my early days that I'm happy enough where I am now, and you know, even more grounded and realistic in my older age, that I can think to myself that this is just a fun hobby, and it always has been. And you know, I can appreciate where I've come from, and I can appreciate where I'm going, and hopefully it's to your happiness, you know. So, you know, let me know what you think. I'll let the rest of the video play out. There's only a couple minutes left. Do you still want to hear me talk about different topics? Do you have topics that you want me to talk about that aren't politics? I can talk about political type things like religion and philosophy and stuff like that, but maybe I'll hold back on that, since I'm also not a religion or philosophy major. I'm a science major. So I don't know, you know, there's some free slots in my days that I could talk about stuff for 15 to 30 minutes. But I'd also, you know, need to think of videos that would go well with that, since I'm not recording Call of Duty like I did so religiously back in the day, which is a blast from the past, let me tell you. If you want to go back and watch some of my old Call of Duty commentary, it is quite the trip. I was a very interesting teenager and early adult, you know, young 20 kid. Anyways, I'll leave you guys with that. Thank you for watching if you've gotten this far. I appreciate your viewership and your continued viewership over these longer form videos where I'm just giving a sort of rambling stream of consciousness, which I'm, you know, I hold myself famous to. But either way, I would really look forward to seeing you guys in future videos and interacting in the comments and stuff like that. I know this is like sort of new to me. I'm rather rusty at this, so I hope this didn't sound awful. You know, the equipment has increased in quality, but who knows if my commentary has stayed the same or gotten better, right? Either way, I will catch you guys next time. This has been DuffKing56. See you guys in my Let's Plays, Monday through Sunday, 3 videos a day, 7 days a week, all those days in a month, year, and whatever, right? You know, I'd love to keep going, so peace out. Playlists are below.
This was John Bungus. What a save. Somehow he got in front of it and was able to make sure it didn't get behind him. This is outstanding. He'll carry it now. Pad save. Nice effort. To Coco. Got that one covered. That'll get a whistle and a face-off. Under 2 minutes left to go here in the third period. The Otters lead extended now to a differential of 2. Snaps it. Nice save. Back to the point. Trying to catch people sleeping. Quick shot right there. Backs on that one up the wing. Good wing to wing with that one. That one taped the tape and back again. Nice wrist save and a great one. Tremendous hit along the wall. That'll free the puck up and down he goes. In front. Good defense stalling the O. They'll keep the offense rolling here. He finds that loose puck.
Last minute of play in the third period.